It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Take it in at the 3. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's... Throwing is Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Folks' kick is good.
And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
On play action, Fields.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Cardinals hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, this defense for the Rams, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
This is intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he stopped immediately there. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He wants it all for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
88.
And again, it's Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
Down to about the 22 here.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Fields.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
On first down, it's Fields.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
In motion goes the tight end.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Fields.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Jacobs. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Over. Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
That pass play good for 7. But it still brings up a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. So following the failed try on 4th down, will change ends and change possession. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Fields on 1st down.
And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Fields.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Ready up.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Off play action, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
This just a 24-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to the fullback, Ham.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jerry Jeudy.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cards are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On first down, Fields. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Fields. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Darren Waller, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.